Hey everybody, this is Ryan with TrendLizard.com. Last week we started a new series looking at the hottest, trendiest stocks in the stock market just to see if they're good buying opportunities from an Elliott Wave perspective. We started with Aurora Cannabis, which is a very strong pot stock that looks like a good buying opportunity, one that I would certainly be interested in buying as it breaks out here from a multi-week base that it's been trading in sideways. Today we want to add another one to the list. We're going to take a look at Amazon. Obviously a very popular stock, one of the FANG stocks. It's been one of the market leaders in 2018. It's really led the way up. It has stalled recently alongside with the overall market. You see the overall market starting to pull back, and Amazon, Netflix, several of those other big stocks are doing the same. So I know a lot of people own this guy, obviously, whether it be individually or in their 401k or in their IRA. So the question may be, do you need to get out of this stock before it really breaks down, or is it just a counter trend pullback ahead of further strength? And if you don't own it, maybe this is an opportunity to buy in at a cheaper price. So we want to dive a little bit closer into the Elliott Wave pattern and see what's going on there to see if it's a buying opportunity today. So let's go ahead and dive into the charts and see what we can find. All right, let's get going. All right, so here's a chart of AMZN.com since its inception back in 1997. So it started off obviously on a pretty good note, jumped up quite high in the late 1990s bull market, but then succumbed to weakness with everybody else in the 2000-2001 crash. Now this is an important low here. I think this is where we really need to start our Elliott Wave analysis. Obviously something big ended to the downside here, so what we care about is everything that's happened off the 2001 low. Since then it's been super bullish. Obviously it's traded from about $6.25 up to all the way up to about 2,400, believe it or not. So it's had quite a run, and that's why it's such a hot stock. So the initial advance off the 2001 low into the 2007 high is a very clear five-wave advance. It hit a high there. It had a large pullback over the financial crisis in 2007-2008, and then found a low near a 61.8% retracement of this advance here. So it has kicked off into a massive bull market off that 2009 low, just like the overall market has. Nothing surprising here. This has been a leader of the bull market, and you can see why here with the growth that it's experienced off that 2009 low. So everything you're seeing here off the 2001 low has been trendy five-wave moves to the upside and counter-trend three-wave pullbacks to the downside. So what you can see here is the advance off the 2008 low is a nice five-wave advance that looks like it could be nearing a completion. So this is something that we really need to be aware of. It could lead to a very important high. It's not going to be the end, obviously. This is still a third wave advance, and when it completes, you'll get a fourth wave and then a fifth wave, but I highly doubt you want to sit through a fourth wave advance, or excuse me, a fourth wave pullback, because it would look something like what we saw here. Maybe not so intense, but maybe longer in time. So once this upleg completes, I think you need to get out of Amazon and be out of it. But in the meantime, there's still buying opportunities. So let's go ahead and dive in and take a little bit closer look at the details of this advance to see what we can find. So this is a look at the advance off the 2009 low, just focused in. You can see that every move has been a really nice five-wave advance. Everything about this has been trendy. It's been an absolute stud. If you've owned it, you've had a really good time with it, and you can see why. Let's go ahead and continue to zoom in here. Now this takes a look at the advance off the 2016 low. So if you zoom back, it's basically the fifth wave of this advance that started back in 2009. So this is the final wave. Every trend plays out in five waves. So this is the fifth and final wave. When this wave completes, that's going to be an end to the advance off the 2009 low, and a major high will be in. So big stakes, obviously, but again, I don't think we're there yet. So let's go ahead and take a little bit closer look at that advance off the 2016 low. As you can see, once again, every single up move has played out in beautiful five-wave advances. It's been a super clear, awesome chart. It's been a really good stock to own once again, but looks like there's a little bit of trouble in paradise here in, looks like August high, what's happened here. What we're looking at is the potential that the third wave within the overall fifth wave advance looks like it's completing here. You can see off the late 2016 low, we have a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and now we're seeing some weakness emerge here. So there's some concern that a pretty important high is in, potentially the most important high since the late 2016 low here. So the stakes are kind of increasing pretty quickly here. Let's continue to zoom in and take a look This is in the advance just off of April's low on Amazon. Again, it's a beautiful 5-wave advance. I keep talking about all these nice trendy 5-wave advances. That's why Amazon's been such a stud for so long. But the problem is it looks like 5-wave advances are completing. So you can see this up leg off of April's low, again, does look like a completing 5-wave move. Now we're getting the largest pullback we've seen since March. That strongly suggests that this up leg at the least is complete and a larger pullback is coming. So here's what we're looking at. Here's how this is going to be traded. Essentially, we can expect Amazon to continue lower from here down into this yellow support area at the minimum. If it finds support in this area and turns back up, that'll be a bullish sign. I'm not convinced it's going to happen. I think an even larger pullback may be beginning here, and that's the catch. So if it moves below 1600 at any point, obviously that's a pretty decent drop from where we're at right now, over 10% of the stock. But if it does, then it opens up the ability for Amazon to move all the way down into this yellow support area, which goes all the way down to 1200. So you can see that a substantial pullback seems to be brewing here. It has the potential to move significantly lower. You got to be careful with this guy. I think you need to take a step back. If it blows below 1600, you absolutely need to be out of this guy to give it room to move all the way down, potentially to 1200, as a much larger pullback occurs. So it's not all bad news. Again, there's still a 5-wave advance that's going on here off the 2009 low. It's not complete yet. You can see this 5-wave advance off the 2016 low is not done yet, but it does look like we're getting into a larger 4th-wave advance that'll play out before you get that last 5th and final advance to complete this advance and potentially the overall advance off the 2009 low. So we're getting close, but again, it's not there yet. We're going to get a larger pullback and it's going to head higher. The other thing that's not bad news is that this pullback off of September's high already looks like a counter trend move. You can see it's not a 5-wave move. It looks more like a 3-wave move. So it is a counter trend move. That's a good sign that overall Amazon will continue higher. But the fact of the matter is right now it is poised to move lower. And if it moves below 1600, then the door opens to a much larger pullback. So I think what you need to do here is take a step back. I don't necessarily want to own it. If you don't own it, you certainly don't want to buy it. You need to allow this pullback to play out. Once it does, and once you start to see some strength emerge from there, then you can look at getting back into it, getting in at a better price, and we can certainly update this as time goes on and once we see some strength emerge. But for now, things look pretty bearish, and I think you need to back off of Amazon and let this pullback play out. So, hey, I hope that's helpful. Again, this is Ryan with TrendLizard.com. We take a look at every major market every day on the stock market on our website. We have some different subscription packages. You get the first week free, so you can give us a trial run and see what you think. But I hope that's helpful, and we will continue to put out new hot and trendy stocks once a week. So have a great day. We'll talk to you soon.